Hi guys, what's up? My name is BigNanTFi and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video, and today we are back in the Squid Game in Minecraft world, and today I am doing another Squid Game tutorial. There's only like 3 left now because in the last one we did the red light green light, which is this one right here. Don't mind the doll. And then we also did the glass bridge in the first one, so now we are on to the third one, which you've probably already seen, I'm sure you have. And it is the Tug of War. And I've actually already showed this off on my Discord channel, my Discord server, sorry. And if you want to join that, then the link is in the description of the video. So if you are interested in like the announcements and stuff. But anyway, yeah, let's actually test it. So, if you don't know how Tug of War works, basically, one side is pulling and the other side is pulling, and whoever pulls harder is the winner. So this dot here, alright, basically the aim is to get it all the way to your side and then the other team dies, basically. And the way that we do this is we press this button, alright, and as you can see, when I pressed it, that dot, that block just came one block towards me, alright, and then we'll do it again. And every time you press the button, it actually randomly switches around, so you can imagine you'd be like trying to do it as fast as you can and trying to find the button the fastest. So yeah, we just keep doing it. But you've just got to remember that the other side would be doing this as well, because it's a multiplayer game, like I said. So what will happen is if I get it all the way to the end, so the end being this block under here. Alright, so let's do that. This side, as fast as I can. Right, this side. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Wow, okay. So yeah, when you get it to the end, it sets back to the middle, but what I was going to try and show you is if I do this again, so that it goes to one block before the end, like that. Alright, so this is the last block before the end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into survival mode, alright, and then I'm going to press the button, and as you can see, I die. And basically what would have happened there is the other team would have died, but since I'm only playing one player at the moment, it just thinks that I'm in the other team, so that's kind of messed up. But obviously you're going to be playing, you're going to be playing in. You're going to have multiple people when you're doing this. That is this lovely machine that I've made. So yeah, let's get to the actual tutorial. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I'm at my recreation of the set over there. So let's do the very first thing, which is just talking about this gap in the middle. So the amount of blocks in this gap is going to basically be how long the game is going to go for. So if you want the game to be like pretty short and snappy, then you can do shorter than what I've done here. But if you want it to be like long and stuff, then do it longer than this. But anyway, from my testing, this is the amount that I recommend and that I think is like the best length and like hardness and stuff. Anyway, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so just make sure that it is a number, an odd number, so that there is a direct middle, and the reason for that is because in the middle, I think it's here, maybe? No, it's next block. There. Oh yeah, so in the middle, we are going to place a piece of yellow concrete, if I can find that. Actually, well, it doesn't matter what block you place here, it's just aesthetic, really. Right, so the first command we're going to do is actually not going to be any command block, we're just going to go into chat. We're going to type in, if my chat lets me, thank you, thank you, slash scoreboard like that. Then we're going to type in objectives, and then we're going to say add. We're going to say, and then we're going to say whatever name you want to give your scoreboard. All right, so I'm going to just say war, because I had tug for my other one, so this one can be war because tug of war. And then I'm going to say dummy, and then just the whatever you called it before, because this will not be like a visible scoreboard. You'll just have it just there, basically. But while we're testing it, we are going to have it visible. So we're going to type in slash scoreboard players, not players, sorry, objectives. We're going to say set display. Then we're going to say sidebar, which is just so that it's like on the side of our screen. And we're going to say war. Correct? Yep. Alright, so now you can see we have this lovely scoreboard on the side of our screen that says war, and that is our scoreboard right now, but there are no players in our scoreboard right now, so that is what we're going to do next. So, right, what we are going to do now is we are going to come in here, and we're going to say slash scoreboard players. Alright, then we're going to say set. And then we're going to type just any letter. I'll just say A, that's a nice one, because it's short. And for that, we will after that we'll say war, because that's the name of our scoreboard. And then we will say 8, because that is the amount that we want to give the player, which is A. It's not a real player, but yeah. So yeah, now we have a at the score of 8. And the reason I said 8 is because there are because 8 is the middle block, alright? So it goes 1, which is this block under the arch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so just whatever your middle block is, you just want that to be the letter 8, or not the letter 8, the number 8. Alright, and then there's another 7 on this side. Alright, so next up we're going to go into our chat, we're going to type in /give @p command block, or if you just already have a command block in your world, then just pick block it. So now we have this lovely command block in our inventory. Alright, then we're going to come to the ground. We're just going to place it anywhere, as long as it's like fairly close to the actual thing. We're just going to place our command block down. It can be facing any direction. We're going to go into here, and we are going to change the block type to repeat, and we're going to change it to always active. Alright, so now, in this command, we are going to type in /scoreboard players test. Alright, then we're going to say the name of our player, which is A. Then we're going to say the name of our scoreboard, which is war. And then we are going to say the amount that we are testing for, which is 8. For me, it could be whatever it is for you, the middle block for you. Alright, and then we're going to say, just repeat that number again. Alright, so now this command block is testing for a player that is in the scoreboard war with the score of 8. And as you can see, it is working. But if I set war to 9, then you'll see that now my score, that A is at 9, and the comparator turned off because the war was at 9 instead of 8, which is what it's testing for. Right, so after that, we're going to go right here to this command block, and actually, you know what we need first? We're actually going to get out, I believe. Yep, alright. We're going to get out a structure block. You just get that in the same way that you get the command blocks, in case you're not sure about that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the block above the chain that is on the very end, so like under the arch if you have this, right? And then we're going to go in here and we are going to make these coordinates so that they only get the chain. Alright, so we're just going to make the X, no, okay, we'll make it 16, right? No, 16? Yeah, 16, I think. Okay, that's a bit too far. 15, maybe? Yeah, 15. Okay, 15. We're going to make the Y as 1, and we're going to make the Z as 1 also. So, as you can see, right now, the little outlines only cover just the chain bit that we are worried about. So, just from this arch to under this arch right here. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to name this, and I will name this to A, because that is what I'm going to be doing in videos. We're going to press save. Oh yeah, by the way, I suggest you name it like just chain or something. I guess that's a good name. But yeah, I'm just going to call it A because it's more convenient for me. Right, then we can break that. I will replace that. Alright, and now we're going to go down to here, and we're going to type in /structure. We're going to say load. Then we're going to say the name of our structure, which was A. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we are going to get the coordinates of where our thing was right here. So let's do this again. 76, 25 minus 115. 76, 25 minus 115. Let's try and remember that. So it is 76, 25 minus 115. I hope that's right. If you want to, then you can test it. So if I just go here, then it just shouldn't change, basically, right? Okay, it does seem to have worked. Someone did join my game, so I'll just click them quickly. Alright guys, so next up we're actually going to get back out our structure blocks, and we're going to go right here on top of our this one here. Alright, and now we have our lovely box again, but this time we're actually going to make it so that it only fills in these two command blocks as well as the comparator. So We don't need any x. We're going to get rid of all of that. Yep, alright. The y can be 1, and the z can be 3. I believe that should be right. There you go. So you can see we've only got the comparator and the two command blocks. We're going to call this b, save. Okay, so next up we're going to place a grass block, or just any block actually, just one block to the side of our structure block. Alright, and the amount of grass blocks that you're going to want to place after this is going to be depending on how many chains you have to each side of your concrete block. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and including this one it is 7. Alright, so we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these lovely grass blocks, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side because it should be equal. Alright, like this. So that is 7, I believe. Yes, no, it is not. That's 6. Is it? Yeah. Alright. And on top of all of those, we're going to place a structure block like this, and in. Yep, like this. It looks a bit funny when the borders like combine with each other. But anyway, in these structure blocks, we are all going to say the same thing. We're going to go into load mode. We're going to go to A, and we're going to B. Sorry, we're going to load it, and there we go. We have a clone of those two command blocks, which are right next to us. Alright, so we're just going to do this to all of these. Alright, so now that I've done all of those, I can break these structure blocks. They're very nice, and as you can see, they are all lit because they all have the same command in them. But what we want to do is we actually want to have them as slightly different values. Alright, so for going up this way, we're just going to go up a value. So as you can see in this one, which is the original one, it says 8, 8. Alright, we want this to be, this next one, to be 9, 9. Alright, then the next one is going to be 10 and 10. And we're just going to go all the way to, it's like 16 or 15, I can't remember. Alright, so now in this very next one, you're instead of saying just 15, 15, you're actually going to type 15 only once. And the reason for that is just so that in case you press it too many times, it's kind of like a safety thing. Alright, so just do that. Because as you can see, instead of saying 15 to 15, it says 15 to that number at the bottom, whatever that number is. So yeah, now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, except instead of going up to 9, 9, we're going to go down to 7, 7, and same thing all the way to the very end. Okay, so once again, at the very last command block, instead of saying 1, 1, we're going to say minus 10 is fine, and then 1. Alright, and once again, it's just a safety thing. So, yep, there we go. So now, only the command block, which is in the middle one, assuming that your score on the side is still 8, should be lit. But, we can actually test that this is good. So if I change it to 9, it changes to the next one. Let's make it 11. Alright, so it should go 2 up. There we go, like that. And let's do 3. Right, and now it should be over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get the value which is changing when you're going along the chain, from your coordinates. So for me, that is the x value. So you can see that the 74 or whatever is changing. Right, so here it is 76. Next block it is 77. Right, so we're just going to go down to this command block right here, and we're going to change this 76 to 77. Then we're going to do the next command block. It is going to be 78. Alright, and you can probably guess the next one after that, 79. Alright, and once again, just going to do that all the way until the end. Okay, so I have now completed all of those. Now let's do the other side. So the way that those are going to work is we're going to go, instead of going that way, we're going to go this way. Alright, so instead of 76, we're going to do 75, then 74, then 73. So yeah, let's just go in here. We'll show you once again. Instead of 76, we're going to do 75. Instead of 76, we're going to do 74 on this next one. And like I said, so on until the very end. Alright, so I'm about to do the very last one. Basically, the only reason I wanted to is because it's 69. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to check that all of these values work. So, first we're going to go in here, we're going to make this 1. Will 1 work? Yes, it did. Okay, and the reason that was there is because it was too big of a change. Alright, so 1. at the very end over here. Let's do 2. 2 also works. Let's do 3. 3 works. Let's just 4. 4 works. Alright, and kind of, you get the point. We're just going to test every single digit until 15, or whatever your number is, on the other side, and yeah. If anything goes wrong, then just find the problem and fix it. Alright, so for the next bit, we're going to get out some redstone dust, we're going to get a command block, and then we're also going to get some, just any slab. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to get a button as well, and the button that I recommend, at least for my design, was the blackstone button, the polished blackstone button in fact. Alright, and we're going to go just anywhere on the top, alright, and we're just going to place one on the left side, and then one on the right side. Alright, so just 2 blocks from there, very nice, like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to place a command block in the middle of where those two are. So you can see that the button would be right here, and then another button would be right there. Alright, so now we're going to come down with our half slabs, like this, and now we have this beautiful, this shape. Alright, and then we're going to place some redstone dust on them. So what will happen is when we press these buttons, then the command block will be activated. Alright, so now we're going to just get the coordinates of just somewhere around here. 72 for, or let's get like a better number, 74 minus 105. 74 minus 105. So we're going to do slash set block. Then we're going to do 74 minus 105. I believe that should be right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to type in redstone underscore block, like that. And then we can press this button, and we will know that it works if, like that, a redstone block just magically appears right here. Next up, we're going to get out a repeater. Yep, there we go. We're going to just place that one going off in that direction, or any direction really. And then we're going to place this lovely command block here. Alright, and okay, it's positive 2. We're going to go into here, and we're going to type slash set block tilde 2 tilde like that, and we're going to say air. Alright, so basically what will happen here is the redstone block will be destroyed when it actually comes here. Right, so it'll come and it'll disappear. Okay, so next we're going to place a repeater coming out from where the redstone block would be when it gets placed. Alright, then we're going to place just 3 bits of redstone dust like this, just in the like this. Then in front of the 2 end bits, we're going to place 2 more repeaters like this, and then diagonal to the repeaters, we're going to place a command block, not a command block, a piston, a sticky piston in fact, and then a sticky piston on the other side. So it should just look something like this, both facing into the middle. Alright, then we're just going to place any block that is pushable, of course, in on both of their heads, like that. Right, now we're going to place a lovely command block right there, and then a lovely command block right there as well. And then the next thing we need to do is just bring our redstone dust out to the sides so that they touch these command blocks like that. So the only other thing we need to do is just take these back by 1 tick, and you need to do this, okay? You definitely need to take these back by 1 tick. Make sure you do that. So next we're going to place down a just a block, I guess. Right, then we're going to get out a button, the same button that you used up there. We're going to place a structure block on top of our grass block, or any block, and then we're going to place the button underneath it. We're going to just make all of these coordinates as 1. Alright, so now it should just have the button highlighted. We're going to call this button, very creative, and we're going to press the save button, like that. And then in these 2 command blocks, we're just going to type the same command for now, and it is just going to be slash structure, like that, slash structure load, and then we're going to say button. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing in the other one, slash structure. Alright, and then we've done that. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the top of whichever side our thing is on. Right, and we're going to get the coordinate of this button right here. Right, so it is 74, 22 minus 116. So 74, 74, 22 minus 116. Alright, so then we're just going to, in one of those command blocks, type that on the back. So 74, 16, 74, 22 minus 116. I think that's right. Hopefully it is. You know, there is a way we can check, and that is just by using a lovely button. We're going to chuck that there. It has loaded a button, so let's see, is it in the right place? It does seem to be, so I think, yeah, I did get it right. Alright then, we're going to get the coordinates of the other button, so it's just the exact same for me, at least, but instead of 116, it's 114, so we're going to type that in to the other one. 74, 22 minus 114 instead of 16. And yeah, so that should work. I probably don't need to check it. Alright, so basically the way that this machine works is when we grab out a button, when we grab out a redstone block, we're going to place it down, alright, and then this has made it so that only one of those command blocks will get set off, but it's going to be a random one every time. So, if I do this, and then I do this, then you'll see that every time, yeah, it's going to be just a random place out of these two spots. Alright, so there is one more thing we need to do. Just make sure you pull this repeater back to 2 ticks instead of 1, which I forgot to mention before. We're now going to place another repeater, just going out to the side, and then 2 command blocks like this. Alright, so in this bottom one, we're going to say slash scoreboard, then we score board, thank you, score board, then we're going to say players, then we're going to say sorry, then we're going to say war, and we're going to say add, and we're going to say 1, like that. That should be good. Alright, and then we're going to, oh, it didn't work. Players a war. Okay, sorry, we needed to do the add before the A. That is completely fine. So it should be working now according to my... Yep, alright, it is. Alright, and in the next one, we're actually just going to get the 2 coordinates from these 2 command blocks. We're going to go in here, and we're just going to go slash fill, and then we're going to type the 2 sets of coordinates. So they were, for me, they were 74, 22, minus 116, 74, 22, minus 114. I believe that was correct. I did not do 22. I did 2A. 22, please. Okay. Minus 114. Like that. Then we will just do air. Alright, so basically the way that this contraption is going to work is we're just going to place a button down in the right place. Boom. Alright, then the button gets deleted. Alright, and then it actually spawns in another button in a random one of these places. So, okay, we're getting a bit of a spam here. Okay, there we go. I was hoping it would work. And as you can see, you've probably just noticed, every time I hit the button, the block will go this way, because the score is going up by 1, so you can see that it's there. Alright, so now we're going to grab out our structure block once again. We're going to go down to where we've built our thing here. Alright, and we're just going to, in the very corner, place down our structure block, and we're going to make it so that it fits in all of the redstone and stuff. So we're going to make this 10, and we'll make this just like 3, that's fine. And we'll make this also, maybe not 10, like 7. That works. Alright, so that's just the general size of it, doesn't need to be perfect. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go into the name, and I'll just call this C. Beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to go over to this side, over here. We're going to place down our structure block, just preferably in the same sort of area, I guess. And we're going to go into load. We're going to type in C, or whatever you called your thing, and then we're going to press load. So now we have just a clone of all of these commands in redstone over to here. Alright, so now, instead of... Oh, you know what, actually, something I just realized is that for this, I accidentally made it so that instead of pulling the thing, you're actually pushing it. So, basically, the way we fix this is we're just going to go in here, this command right here. We're going to, instead of saying add, we're going to say remove. Thank you. Like that. Alright, and we're just going to keep this one as add, because that is going to be the opposite, basically. So it's going to be going that way instead of that way, yeah. Okay, so the only changes we should need to make to these command blocks are just the coordinates, so that instead of they're the buttons which are over there, we're going to make them the buttons which will now be over here. So I'm just going to pick block that. Alright, they should be here, here. Beautiful. Alright, so we're just going to get the coordinates. So it is 91, 22. Okay, so it's just the same coordinates, but the x coordinate is different, basically. So 92, 116, 22. Yeah, I know it. Okay, so 92. Right, so just going to change this to 92 instead of 74, basically. Pretty simple. 92 instead of 74. Same thing over on this one right here, like that. And then we're actually going to do, once again, the same thing over on this one, changing all of these 74s to 92s, like this. Alright, so this should be the very last thing now, and basically it's just going to be the resetting. It's going to automatically reset. So at the ends, at these two end command blocks, so this one and the one which is the furthest one over there, we're going to put down 2 repeaters outside of the impulse command blocks, like that. And then we're going to just pull them all the way back, and we're going to place down 1 command block and 2 command blocks. Okay, no, sorry, it's going to be 1 command block there, and 1 command block which is on the command block which is already placed here. Alright, so it should look something like this, and then we'll do the other side when we get to that. So, in this one, the one which is on top of the one which is there already, we're going to type in /execute at P, and then we're going to just get the coordinates of where they'll be standing. So it should be over here on this side, and we're going to get 74, 22, or just 74, 22, 116. Just the same one that we were doing before. So we're going to do 74, 74, 4, please, 74, 22, and then we're going to do minus 120, no, minus 116, that is what I meant to say. Then we're going to do, we're going to say kill at P, and then we're going to do that. Yeah, okay, that is our command. So that's just going to be the killing way that they're going to be killed. In the next one, we're going to say slash we're going to say slash scoreboards for the last time, or the second last time actually, slash scoreboard players. We're going to say set, and then we're going to say hi, not hi, sorry, A. We're going to say war, and then we're going to say 8, because that is the middle block, or, well, yeah, you're just going to set it to whatever your middle block is like that before. Now, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go bam, then we're going to go bam, bam, pull them all the way back, like that, bam. Alright, in here, we're going, oh, that was a ghost command block, not very fun. We're going to go in here, we're going to say slash execute at P, then we're going to say the command blocks, the coordinates of over there, which, if you remember, was the same, but with 92 instead of 74. So 92, 22, minus 116. Then we're going to do kill at P. Very easy command, not too hard. Now, in the next one, we're going to do the exact same. Okay, I just dropped my controller. Ignore that. We don't need it for now. Slash scoreboard players. Then we're going to do set a war to 8. So it is the same command as the one over there. I'm just going to pick up my controller quickly. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so let's do that. I will actually set off this command quickly because I think that we should be done. So let's actually test it. There we go, like that. It has been set to 8. If you want to get rid of the scoreboard on the side, then you can just go slash scoreboard objectives. Then we're going to say set display, and then we're going to set display sidebar, and if you just say nothing after, then it will just clear the sidebar slot. So there we go. That is a life hack from me. But the scoreboard is still there. It's still working. It's just not visible is all. So we're going to press one of those. There we go. They both disappear, and as you can see, the block moved 1 block forward to me because I'm pulling it towards myself. Alright, so we're going to do that. This side, Right, and before it makes it to the end, you know what, we'll go this way just to test this one as well. So bam, as you can see, the block is coming toward me now as well. There you go, it's probably past halfway now. And once I get to the end, I'll change myself into survival. Alright, so there we go, we're in survival. Bam, 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 one more, bam, and now I've died because I pulled it all the way to the end, and it has reset itself. Very good, very successful. I am very happy with this as well, by the way. It's probably not, okay, it's probably like my least favorite out of the three so far, but that is not saying too much because they were both amazing, alright? And this was also very good, but just maybe not as amazing as the other ones. But anyways, guys, until the next time, make sure you subscribe and like join the Discord and stuff, because we're doing announcements and whatever over there. Like the video and do all the other YouTube stuff. But until the next time, guys, thank you for watching, and until the next time, I will see you all later. I said until the next time way too many times there. But yeah, yeah, goodbye.